Sports Extra.
On a Tuesday.
Good evening and welcome to Radio K-Man Sports Extra. I am still adjusting to this intro. I'm still adjusting to the intro. So I'm ready to get hype and then the intro comes and I'm like, okay, this is different. All right, good evening everyone and welcome to Sports Extra. We have a wonderful set of guests here for you tonight. Tonight we'll be chatting with Guardians Alive founder and event coordinator Dionne Harrison.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. I'm thankful. How are you?
I'm fine. You see, she's busy. If you're looking at us on YouTube, you would see that she's busy on her computer. She's typing up her stuff. She's getting ready for this interview.
There's no break.
Yeah, there's no break. Not until Saturday. Because Saturday.
Yeah, the 7th.
This Saturday
The
is
7th.
The 7th?
The 7th is when I get a break.
you get your break. Okay, so this Saturday, the 6th, is Guardians Alive, the 5K and 10K run walk. All right, but there's so much more to Guardians Alive other than the 5K, 10K. And she's going to share all of that with us for this entire half hour. All right. In the second segment, however, we'll hear from World Gym's Executive Director, Samuel Young. He'll be here with us as World Gym Day is fast approaching. It's on April 20th. And guess what? I shouldn't say Mr. yet. It's 7-time Mr. Olympia. Flex Lewis will be on island for World Gym Day. So we're going to hear so much more from Samuel Young and, of course, Dionne Harrison when we get back. Stay tuned.
Let your voice be heard on community affairs, social issues, and all things K-Man on Talk Today, airing middays on Radio K-Man 89.9 FM and brought to you by Digicel. Get more data and faster speeds with a bigger, better network. Join the Digicel family today.
The Rotary Central Spring Storytime, Saturday, April 6th at West Bay Public Library, 10 a.m. through noon. A free storytelling children's event featuring Eric Magician, sing-along, Miss Izzy, exciting art and craft, prizes, refreshments, goodie bags. The Rotary Central Spring Storytime, Saturday, April 6th at West Bay Public Library. Children must be accompanied by adults. Rotary, creating hope in the world.
You know what I love to do with my family? Go fishing. I can put the bait on and cast and reel the line all by myself. My mommy and daddy say when they were little, there were plenty more fish to catch, but now there are lots more people fishing, so it's harder to find them. That's why we have marine parks now. They set some areas aside so the fish there can have babies and grow bigger. Then they swim out to other areas where I can catch them. Having the marine parks means there will still be fish there when I'm grown up and fishing with a family of my own.
For more info, download the K-Man DOE app or visit doe.ky.
We are Radio K-Man, covering Cayman Right, Little Cayman, and Grand Cayman. 1 in a million.
All right, welcome back to Radio K-Man Sports Extra. And is it still Easter? Happy belated Easter? Yeah. I guess you could still say. I'm still in Easter mood because I'm wearing. You see the Easter colors.
You're pinking it, girl.
I'm pinking it out.
You,
all right.
You look great.
Thank you. How was your Easter?
It was so peaceful.
Yeah.
I actually rested.
You know, I was off for the first time in so many years. I took the 4 days off and I relaxed. It was a wonderful Easter.
Yeah.
God is good.
I needed that rest.
Of course, I still had to update my page with all the Carifta stuff. You never get a break with that. But still, I didn't have to come in. You know, I could just upload that stuff and everybody take it and go.
And I took mine at pace as well. So
awesome. Because you needed it because you have a big week coming up this week.
That's what my husband.
Guardians
I had to put
Alive.
my feet up. I had to, because it's nonstop.
So, what year are we in with Guardians Alive?
Oh, this is our 10th event.
Oh, okay.
Right, and our finale. So we are doing something really special this year.
You say finale.
Yeah.
That sounds like finale means final. Like
Yeah,
this is it.
for
It's the
this,
last.
for fundraising and for.
So is there not going to be any more Guardians Alive?
We're gonna take a break, and
okay.
if anything, how things are looking on the horizon, and the husband is approving and all that good stuff. God is blessing.
I was going to ask. My next question is coming. Why?
It's a lot of work, and things have changed since COVID. People are not sponsoring or supporting as well, and so it's quite a bit of work. And fundraising is never fun. Most of the like corporate sponsors only want to give to the bigger charities or the ones that have been in longer. Cause,
isn't that something?
Yeah, it happens.
Every charity is important.
Yeah,
not just
it
the big
is.
ones, because the smaller ones need the support as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
what I actually found was there's lots of smaller ones coming up, and they can't sustain because they think this is easy, and it's not.
Yes. And
So-
every one of these run walks are usually for a very good cause.
Very good
regardless of the size of the charity, the type of charity it is.
And that's why they get so much support in their first, second years and stuff, and then they, I guess they can't sustain it because they don't have the volunteers. Volunteers is hard even for the large
everyone wants to be
corporations.
paid now, Adonza.
Trust me, I pay for anything that I need that I cannot have a miss.
Yeah.
I'm paying.
Yeah.
if I have volunteers who are on work permit or whatever, I was like, would you take a gift certificate?
Yeah. You have to do something to rope them in.
They're in whether I pay them or not, but I just want to ensure that they are there, for sure.
Okay, sounds good. So for those who are unaware, there are those that are listening in right now. I'm not sure, what is Guardians Alive? I ask you this every year. But
it keeps growing, though.
It keeps growing, and there are new people on island as well.
Yes.
And they want to hear more about Guardians Alive. So
Yes,
tell us about it.
We're getting a lot of new people, and they're asking, like, when does it start? So
Yes.
I know that they're asking questions because they're afraid of getting it wrong. So which is good.
Right.
So the website, Guardians Alive 345, we have our e-mag on there that has lots of our history. So I point people to our website. The website has all of the current information, but for the, it's a community wellness, and it's not just about walk running. It's something for every fitness level and every age, and now every budget, because we had to charge. We lost some of our sponsorship due to the cost of living, and we had to
Start charging.
Yeah.
Which is good. Not everything should be for free.
I know,
right?
but my husband refused. He's like, Guardians Alive, anything to do with Guardians Alive is free, Adonza. We are not changing that.
But I fancy when you put a price on something, it tends to make the event more marketable and also more interesting to the people on the outside. When it's free, it's like
it does. They don't have any skin in it.
Right.
But what I realize is everybody who took the opportunity, and they appreciated it because they got a free breakfast. It was a sponsored event. It wasn't free. It was sponsored. So our sponsors are expecting you to come out there, look great, feel great, experience what they are supporting, right? And so it's not free. It's just a sponsored event. Everybody who took that opportunity, they came back and they were like, oh my goodness, I can't believe how good I feel. And they're like, as January comes around, they're, when do we have our water wellness again?
Yeah.
They're asking about it, and my mom, she loves Laura's classes in the water, and every time I take her out, she's like, Miss Laura said you got to kick like this. Yeah. So it really does make an impression and a lasting.
It does.
Yeah.
And how much, now that you've put a price on it, how much is it this year?
The Guardians Alive activities are still free.
Okay.
Right? So that's the beach wellness and the prayer cabanas and the walk a dog and the 2K and the 5K. Those are still free.
Okay.
But for the Break the Record, we have 5K, 10K, two-person relay, which is like basically two 10Ks,
Okay.
and a half marathon solo.
Okay.
So, the
Did you give a
10K.
price for that? What's the price for
Oh, the
this?
prices. Sorry, $65 for the half marathon solo.
Okay.
$80 for the relay, 2-person relay. 10K is $40, and the 5K is $25 now.
Okay. I think that's good. Those
Yeah.
are good prices.
Yeah,
And
the-
look at what you're getting with it.
Oh,
You're getting lunch.
the amount of things
Chef
that
Shannon?
they're
Is
getting.
it Chef Shannon?
Chef Shannon,
Chef
and
Shannon.
and we have about 8.
Chef Shannon is amazing. If
We
you have
have-
not had Chef Shannon's food, you need to get to Guardians Alive.
They said it's the best breakfast
it's
that
the
they've
best.
ever had.
Yes.
But we also have Ritz-Carlton chefs, and if you understand, these chefs work right full time.
Of course.
So they're working late at night. They go
Right.
home, get a little bit of sleep, come back early in the morning, 6 o'clock, work, bust chops, feed like
Yes.
few hundred people in 2 hours,
Yes.
and head back to work.
Yes.
So this is their sacrifice. They
Yeah.
love it.
They enjoy it. They love what they
Yeah.
do. Chefs love to cook.
They love to cook, and
Yeah.
especially if you're hungry.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you
they
go out
when
there
they
and
hear
you-
that, they're like, ding, ding,
Oh,
ding.
they're-
A bell
they're
goes
like
off.
Hungry,
And they want to
athletes,
feed you.
They're
Yeah.
they're like in and omelets fresh. The omelets, they're hours old.
Yeah.
So when you get in those cheap eggs in the store, you know you're dealing with weeks old eggs.
Eggs, right.
Yeah.
But this is fresh eggs.
Fresh eggs, fresh off of our farm.
Cooked by Chef Shannon. I just wanted to expound on that a little.
And his got eggs is like helping you go the extra mile.
The extra mile.
and he's had that from 2010, and that has been
Is that his joke?
no,
Oh,
that's his motto.
That's his? Okay, yeah.
That
It sounds like him.
Yep, that's his motto.
So I see that Guardians Alive has a very huge following, though, and has had a successful story from its participants, of course.
Yeah.
But most walk runs, as you know, or as you see it, it's more expats that get involved.
Yeah.
Tell me something. What's the Cayman participation like? The Caymanian participation like this year?
Over the Easter weekend, now I guess they had some downtime.
Mm-hmm.
We did get some registrations in, and I was so happy. I was like,
You sound like
jumping
you're
up and down.
surprised.
Yes, I.
Why are you surprised? You don't
Because
usually
I only had about I could count them on my two hands.
Okay.
How many Caymanians, and some of them were the Caymanians, the adopted Caymanians.
Okay. Well, I see, you know what? Our athletes are coming back home now as well from character. Those are
yeah.
usually the ones that take part as well.
Yes,
so that's
a
good.
lot of them do. Yeah, and so we do have some that are not registering.
Okay.
They're the older. We have like Miss Martha, her daughter is bringing her and stuff. So you have those ones. They're not going to go online and register. But why we need to have you register is because the chefs need to prepare for you. We don't want to have a lot of wasted food.
Right.
And that's one of the things that turns people off if they prepare thinking that, okay, 300-400 people might come out, and we'll have some that want double. So we have to prep for if people go back for seconds.
Right. Awesome. Exactly. So, Adanza, the concept of paying it forward in the context of this event is quite interesting.
Yeah.
How do you see impacting the local athletic community, especially those who are just starting their journey in running or walking events?
Yeah, we have some wonderful success stories. Fabio Andres Soli, Odie Grayon, she raised like $25,000 for the for the crisis center.
Okay.
She was the lady that was attacked, and she went forward and said, no, my attacker is not going to win. And
Right.
she stayed positive, and we gathered around her with support and her friends and all that good stuff. And she did a great job, and we have lots of success stories that are not even in our EMAG that's on our website. But these are the ones that they are they're paying it forward. They are supporting events all year round,
Right.
and they feel like they've gained so much. We have Matthew Volkwin. He's been with us from 2016. And he came on a show, a sports Xtra show, I think, and he explained that he has gotten so much benefit from running and being able to do these events that he wanted to pay it forward. So that's like a common thread with all of them. They feel they want to give back because they've gotten so much.
Awesome. I like those stories. I like those success stories. And get the EMAG as soon as possible. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
Guardians Alive.
A lot of information in there as well.
There is.
Yeah.
And then there's tips like warm up, cool down exercises, just different things like, that hair has to look good.
Right.
And so we have like hair tips from Hannah. And it's a young Caymanian. She's doing her thing. And I'm so happy that she helped to craft that article with me and sponsored it and everything. She's given us some prizes. So we want to look good while we feel great.
And I'm seeing something round and shiny and very pretty, in your hand. Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, this is the Caymanite that Horacio, he crafted it for us to put on the medals.
I think that is so cool.
It is
so beautiful.
It's semi-precious.
Put it up to the camera so that if whoever's looking
and
can
this
see.
is just
That's
one
amazing.
of them.
He's gonna zoom in on it. Yeah, that's amazing. That is so cool.
We have so many different, like some are dark reds, some are grays, dark grays and light grays, and so much beautiful designs in them. It's just a special thing. I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah, that is beautiful and it's different, very unique.
Yes.
Very unusual. I've never seen anything like that before.
All 24 of them are going to get a medal. So the first, second, and third. But the first place ones,
okay.
we have
I was going to ask, how's the difference on it?
There is going to be a difference. On all of the first place medals are going to be different. Okay. So the second and third are.
Well, thank you, Mr. Horatio. That is amazing. Yeah, it's beautiful. I like it.
And it's not only Horacio. It's Miss Marlena, my mom, Mr. Billy Banker. All of these master artisans came together
for this. Okay.
And they work. We couldn't get there until night. They worked in the night. Had to turn on the car light and all of that. It was beautiful.
You see all these things that you're getting with this walk run. How do you expect to get it for free? How do you expect to? Yeah, you.
Some people asked when I was doing it for free. Like they're like, sorry, how are you doing this?
Yeah.
It's a lot of people putting their love and their talent together, and they're giving us a really discounted rate because they understand that we're trying to reinvest back into our athletes.
Right.
And we don't want it to just be about people who come from overseas and run here. We want Caymanians to come out and train and get the wellness, stay on track. I'm talking to myself too, because I was on my marathon track and building Guardians. I'm every year I'm itching to get back to my marathon level.
Okay.
I get back to half marathon and then have things that I have to drop off and do, but I'm quite happy to get back after Guardians.
Awesome.
Looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it too. This Saturday, Guardians Alive. So for someone who's considering joining this year's 5K, 10K run walk, and for the first time especially, what advice would you give them to prepare both mentally and physically for this event?
Okay. Definitely, if you have not been training, do not take on the BTRs. If you have not been training,
yes,
they have cutoff times. The 5K has a cutoff time of 40 minutes. Mm-hmm. So, and remember now, this is not a flat route. So if you go on the website, you will see where the routes are. And on the EMAG as well, you will have the QR codes that you can just quickly scan it and get the route. Look at the route. It's not flat. Those routes are not flat. And if you can do it in 40 minutes, then register guardiansalive345.com. Mm-hmm. And then the 10K, the relay, and the half marathon, those are meant to gear you up for international travel. So those international races have hills and all sorts of things, and you have to do them when you're tired. So we spent hours crafting this route that it would ensure that you hit those bridges, those hills, those inclines and descents when you're tired.
Right.
It sounds brutal.
It sounds great because we don't have much of a hill here.
Yeah, we don't. but couple that with being tired,
Yes.
and so if you go on, you check the elevation. The elevation comes just before the end, and you're like already tired.
Right.
So you have to keep your form. And we have guardians out there. They don't pace you per se, but if you ask them to pace, they will check on you because they're checking everybody. We do have ground and we have bike guardians, and we have one on the scooter, on the electric stand-up scooter. So they will make sure that you are staying well.
I'm glad you touched on that. And that's what's very unique about this particular walk run. There are guardians on the scene to make sure that everyone. Explain to me what's the job of the guardian especially. Expound on that a little more.
It's a unique position that they have gotten to master levels, ultra levels. They're runners that they have been through all sorts of races internationally and locally. And we have Patrick Carfield, Alyssa Burgess, I believe her last name is, and Gabe Rabes. Rabes. I hope I'm pronouncing. And Alicia Proud. Okay. They're experienced runners, and it's just a blessing. We have Rads and Charmin Durant. Charmin is like she eats 5Ks for breakfast.
Okay.
10Ks, maybe a midday snack or something. She doesn't do short distances. She just does long distances.
Your Adonza is actually getting me out for this event.
Yes.
As an athlete myself, or a former athlete, I should say, I do not like walk runs.
And most Caymanians don't.
No.
Most Caymanians don't.
Most athletes don't.
Okay.
I did my first 5K a couple of years ago, and I never went back because it was torture for me. Okay. How could you tell the next person that's joining this and convince them that this is going to be good, this is going to be exciting, someone just like me?
Okay, I'm going to tell you this. I have had so many people come out there and make friends out there, and they have so much fun out there. The flag pacers, on the regular non-competitive 5K, you can do that in an hour.
Right.
They have so much fun. They connect with their guardian on such a unique level.
Right.
And they just consider them as their guardian angel.
Right.
And so what makes this one special is it's not intimidating. You go at your own pace. And there's a pace for everybody. And what happens? Those guardians that bring in the faster ones, they come back and they help us. So we have like Winston Sobers.
I've had him here before.
Yes, and he'll go out. He'll carry his fast runners and then go back and get the slower ones help. So they and the guardians, they tag if they know that they have somebody that still has an open tank. They can tell it. They can tell when you have a lot left in your tank, and they will send you forward. Especially if your makeup hasn't even started to sweat.
Run yet? I take forever to sweat. I do. I take a very long time to sweat.
That's all that AC.
But the thing is with me, I'm very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
So when I have this mindset that I'm going to be cool and relaxed, I'm going to go at my own pace, and then I see someone beating me, I'm like, oh no.
That don't happen.
Oh no, that's not happening.
Not on this watch.
And then at the end of the race, I'm out.
Especially if it's a person that's older than you, because that has happened to me.
That has happened to
That
you?
has happened to my husband on the half marathon. His first one, he almost killed himself trying to beat a senior citizen. And it was a woman. He's like, oh no, you don't.
That sounds like something my husband will do. And he's also emceeing the event.
Oh yes.
Which segment of the event?
It depends on how early he can actually make it there. So I have a plan B for him because I know you have the children and stuff. So I have a plan B. If he can make it out early, he's gonna start the runners.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I would love nothing more because he was at the first one when we went to the public beach, and I think it was just a pure blessing to have him there, and I just couldn't see it happening without him there, and he immediately said, I'm in.
Okay. So good.
So
All
yeah,
right.
so it
Awesome.
depends on when he can get out. If he doesn't get out early enough to start the runners off, then we will have him help with the less the fun one.
All righty. 6 more minutes to go. Can you tell us, race, where is it going to start? Where is it ending? Times?
Okay.
Going.
So we're at the 7 Mile Public Beach, start finish.
Okay.
Warm up is in there. The break the record runners, they come early, do their own warm up, but when they go out, they're going to go out in tiers. The 10K, the half marathoners will get like a little 5-minute head start so that we don't have anybody crowding in those safe zones.
Okay.
On the bypass, and they are going to go out on the bypass all the way down to the half marathon is going to go down to the Elgin Avenue and then cut across by the Gorina Avenue Museum, then come all the way back to the public beach area, go up the Kimpton Bridge down to the
When I heard hills, I knew it was the Kimpton Bridge.
Yeah. The Kimpton Bridge, go down to the Willie Farrington, come back up hit those Kimpton Bridges again.
Okay.
And then head home, finish strong. The relay has the same route, but the first leg is a 10K. And then the 5Kers go to Grand Pavilion, cut across, and go right back to the public beach. And the 2.5Kers, which is after the 5Kers go out. So each group will have like a little head start. And the 5K and the 2.5Kers that are the fun one, those the 2.5Kers cut cross at cost you less and then come back to the public beach. So it's very, very easy.
Very nice. So the roads are going to be packed on Saturday morning.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, it is. And
Yeah.
and you said at 5 a.m. there will be road activities.
The road
that's when
activities,
all
yes.
the running starts.
Yes.
The races start around then. 6 a.m. is water and prayer activities.
Yes.
So what?
Those are
what
the
is that
beach.
exactly?
Those are the beach sessions. So we have two. We have two per cabanas left.
Okay.
And the water wellness, we are getting registrations for that, so we're really excited.
What exactly are the prayer cabanas?
You can have your family or your prayer group. Just WhatsApp me 325-6658 to reserve one. So we only have 2 left. And they can come out, they can stay, enjoy a wonderful quiet time from 6 o'clock. We won't have any loud music playing.
Okay.
And then they can come have breakfast or join the activities, the fun, the cultural stuff, and or go back on the cabana and enjoy. It's totally what they want to do.
Okay, so when I heard prayer, I thought it'll be somebody that will be praying with the
No,
families.
it's
just okay.
You
Just
come
a-
out with
a quiet,
your
quiet
yes,
time.
Yes.
All right, and at 7 a.m. community cultural breakfast.
Oh yes, we have marbles, gigs, hula hoops, jump rope, Zeta May, Mom, Deal, Ray. The
Zeta May,
community.
she doesn't miss a beat.
She's gonna jump
She's
the
going
rope.
to be jumping the rope. I know it. I knew it. Why did I know?
I know. I'm not looking. I'm not looking because I haven't jumped rope in
a very long time.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna do it.
All righty. Any last words to our listeners and of course encouraging them to come out on Saturday?
Oh yeah, my dad is coming out for the first time to fly kites with the children.
Okay, amazing.
Yes.
Children love that. Yes.
And he has his own kites. He makes kites, right?
Okay.
So we're hoping we have a good breeze. And that is something I want to have at least 5 or 6 children enjoying flying kites, Caymanian kites.
Yes.
So come on out.
Okay.
And you get free breakfast, you get chances to win prizes. And I mean, you get chances to get wellness information. It's just so much going on. Cheer on, runners. Just have a great time.
Thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate you.
Thank you for
And
having
all the
us.
best on Saturday.
Thank you
And
for
I'm
having
looking
us.
forward to Sunday.
Yes.
Your relaxation day.
I am actually there already.
You're there already. Okay. All right. All righty. In the next segment, we will hear from World Gym's Executive Director, Mr. Samuel Young, as World Gym Day is fast approaching. It's on April 20th, and 7-time Mr. Olympia Flex Lewis will be on island for that event. So we are going to hear all about it from Samuel Young. Stay tuned to Sports Extra.
The 7 a.m. Sports Report, brought to you by Dr. Wayne Porter, offering a full-service dermatology and dermatological surgery practice. Call 946-9020 to book your appointment today.
Hey Cayman, this is Iliane Powery, your Miss Universe Cayman Islands 2023. Do you want the opportunity to help shape the future of youth and sports in the Cayman Islands? All you have to do is complete the National Youth and Sports Survey found at gov.ky/YSP. This is your chance to make a lasting impact on our community. Have your say today, Cayman, at gov.ky/YSP.
This announcement is brought to you by the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Heritage.
The 17th annual Bill Rudy Rotary Central Science Fair coming soon, Saturday, April 13th at the Arc, Kamana Bay. Plan for it, shape up your projects now. Open to students across all schools in Cayman. Bring the children, bring the family, help inspire the next generation scientist. The Bill Rudy Rotary Central Science Fair, an intersection of young people in science. Rotary Central, creating hope in the world.
The Business Buzz. Each and every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 7:30 a.m. Brought to you by
Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services.
Traffic again? What in the world is going on?
Find out by tuning in to Radio Cayman's Traffic Report, brought to you 4 times daily during rush hours following the news at 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 12 noon, and 5:15 p.m. And brought to you by Subway. Need a meal on the go? Subway has 7 locations at Anderson Square, West Shore Plaza, and Industrial Park in Georgetown, Centennial Towers, West Bay, Reef Resort, East End, Countryside Shopping Village in Savannah, and in the Owen Roberts Airport Departure Lounge. No matter if you're running late, need to cater an event, or a staff meeting, Subway keeps you fueled with sandwiches, salads, pizza, wraps, and snacks. Subway, eat fresh.
Yesterday,
Today,
always and forever.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
Alrighty. Good evening once again. Welcome back to Radio Cayman Sports Extra. Mr. Samuel Young in the studio with us, the Executive Director for World Gym. Something special is coming up at World Gym. Is it? I see it's World Gym Day. Is that because it's only for World Gym, or is it every gym in Cayman?
Yeah, so it's specific to World Gym Cayman.
Okay.
It's like an open house for our club.
Okay.
To the wider community and members.
All right, sounds good. Well, tell us a little bit. Can you share with us the range of activities and fun festivities planned for your local gym to mark this special day?
Yeah, so we made a massive investment into the gym. We have such good reception with all the new equipment that we have currently, and even more at Customs. And we wanted to showcase it to the wider community as well.
Okay.
So we decided to put on an event. We called it World Gym Day. Obviously, it's specific to World Gym, so it's at our location in Queens Court.
Okay.
It starts at 7 a.m. So we're going to be doing like a 5K run. Again, this is by choice. You can pick and choose what you want to come to. You can do something and come back for another thing later. Also, we have 7-time Mr. Olympia, Flex Lewis. He's going to be there doing Q's and A's and, taking pictures and videos with our customers. So 7:30 a.m. we then have a class exclusive to World Gym. We call it Booty Boot Camp. That's been going really well for us. So we're doing demo classes for 30 minutes. Then we have a vendor. We have vendors at 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So we have special advantages for a lot. I know there's a few on board like GNC, Flow.
Okay.
Massive hit for us. Flow is paying $100 for every membership.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
cute.
sign up at Flow. They'll be there with their own truck and everything and branding.
Mhm.
So you'll be signing up at Flow, and they'll be giving $100 towards your membership. And we'll be offering a lot of discounts on the day. And then next at 10 a.m. we have Cayman's Fittest Challenge. That's gonna be massive. We'll be marking that hopefully by tomorrow morning.
Okay.
We have Miss Carla Yee Singh. She's if you don't know Miss Carla, she has been in the health and fitness scene.
Guru.
Yeah, for a very long time here. Miss Carla is still ripped. She has a 8-pack, I believe.
20.
She's very humble, but she doesn't talk about it. But she's a world champion.
Yes.
Miss Carla is also a black belt as well. She has a lot of experience in health and fitness as well as competitions within this industry. So she's helped put together a stellar program for Cayman's Fittest Challenge. We have some MCs. One of them is Shane Purcell, who is our brand ambassador, and we also have Miss Hannah. She's quite an influencer on social media. I really like her. I think they're both Irish, so they have that nice sense of humor.
Right.
And also Flex Lewis will be involved as well. Also we have Body Pump as well. Body Pump is like a total body workout. And this given day is 30 minutes. All classes are about 30 minutes. So you're going to be using the barbells and, with weights to your pace. And, I've done it before when I did triathlons and stuff. It's incredible. I see a lot of, moms and wives and, they're doing this class. It's just so I love that class. And then we also have spin as well.
Spin.
Yeah, we have a spin class as well.
Can't have a fitness session without spinning.
Period.
Yeah, period.
Yeah, so the event is April 20th, starts at 7 a.m. Again, we have a 5K run. You can participate in that, or you can choose to do other things. We'll be advertising our timetable or schedule of events very soon on social media, emails, and maybe even the radio.
Awesome. Okay, so fitness is a journey unique to each individual. How does your gym cater to the diverse needs of your members, from the beginners to seasoned athletes during this World Gym Day event?
Specific to World Gym?
Yeah.
The actual day?
Yes, the day.
So we're basically putting World Gym on display. So I think the best way forward is to speak about what World Gym really is.
Mm-hmm.
We are a place where you can train whatever you're looking for. For example, I was into bodybuilding. I did well in that space. I decided to change our narrative to doing middle distance to long distance to triathlons.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm back to bodybuilding, and I did it all in one place. We have so much machines. We have 12,500 square feet. We're 2 stories. We're hybrid. We have an outdoor space. And yeah, we're just opening doors to everyone. So, depending on what you want, what your mindset is, we have the capabilities to cater to your needs.
I know community involvement is a big part of your gym, and of course, this special day that's coming up on the 20th. Can you talk about how your gym is engaging the local community?
So we have vendors. Those vendors are also marketing as well. We have discounts available for everybody. And again, we have a very unique category with Flow where they're actually paying $100 towards your membership. We're also going to be doing Cayman's Fittest, so we're going to be raising money for a local charity as well. 100% of proceeds will go to them.
Awesome. So I know nutrition and wellness go hand in hand with physical fitness. Will there be any focus on educating participants about healthy eating habits or wellness practices as part of World Gym Day, celebrations?
Yeah, I feel from a nutrition perspective, that's typically something that, you might want to appeal to with trainers, but we do have trainers on the floor that will be marketing themselves, and you can have free consultations. Those consultations can go pretty much however you would like. If you have questions with nutrition, which is quite a good point on your side, 100% you can ask questions to somebody who is qualified, for sure.
Okay, and for someone who might be considering joining the gym or starting their fitness journey, what message do you hope they take away from the World Gym Day festivities?
I think the environment would be infectious. This is a personal journey for me,
Mm-hmm.
but I've noticed other people said the same thing over 6 years without solicitation. And that is our subculture. We have a good subculture. So I started, in my under my dad's supervision, and eventually when I got actually people don't notice, but I used to save $4, so I'd have $2 to get to the gym and $2 to come back by bus. And when I started driving, I would just drive there by myself. I have that ability. Well, I mean, to each his own, but I'm able to go to the gym by myself, for the entire year. Some people are like that, but I didn't.
I'm not. I'm one of those that needs somebody to go with.
Okay.
I do not like going to the gym alone.
Gym
it's
partners
because
are
I'm just gonna sit there, and I'm one of those. I'll sit there in the machines, and somebody will be waiting for it, and I'm just there chilling.
Yeah.
I need somebody to push me. So I get you.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had your.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, I'll get to that part.
Okay.
But back to the culture.
Mm-hmm.
So I never rationalized on hand over heart. I never rationalized how am I gonna get a spot or anything of the sort. Every time I was there by myself, I always got a spot. I'm the type of person that likes to learn. So I might think I know pretty much everything about this particular exercise or this concept, but I'd ask somebody who's been doing it much longer than me just to see if I can learn a little bit. And I think I took a page out of something I heard about Denzel Washington. I think even in the height of his career, the heartthrob, the talented actor, Denzel Washington, he's still taking acting classes.
Yes.
Just to learn just a little bit more. And I thought
yes.
that was such a attribute for greatness. It shows that you can never know too much. So, I've just learned so much being on the gym floor. And that's because of the culture. I've traveled. Okay. And, nobody knows me or whatever. And I'm like asking for a spot. I didn't get a spot. I was culture shocked. And quickly adapted, but I've never had that situation at World Gym at all. And then it's not something I communicated, but I've heard it over the years from, different genders as well, people of different ethnicities talking about the culture at World Gym. So
very different culture from other gyms.
That's awesome. So and if you're starting off for the first time, I would recommend that you start slow. I think I'm going to take ownership of this. I think intimidation is a real thing, just in general, not limited to a gym, just in the industry. You feel self-conscious. You might feel overweight, or you might feel underweight, or you don't feel like you have the technical knowledge.
It is a thing.
It's a real thing.
When I had my last child and I gained all that weight, it was very intimidating for me to step into your gym and see all those fitness gurus lifting and looking the beautiful women and the beautiful men with their muscles. And I've said to myself, wow. Yeah. And then the more insecure you got, the more clothes you got on. But you realize the more secure you got and the fitter you got, the less clothes you put on. And I noticed that about World Gym. It's a beautiful culture there, actually.
Yeah. So, and this is in good taste.
Yes, of course.
So when I started, I had those feelings too. Like I'm skinny or whatever. I didn't have any muscles. I didn't want to wear a tank top. You know what I mean? But my father did a really good job at mentoring me. He would always say Rome wasn't built in one day.
Right.
And as I get older and I understand, just being a little bit more psychoanalytical, and as I continue to mature, I'm 35 now. I can speak in good taste, and I mean this from a good space. I think that's a conversation that people have with themselves.
Yes, of course.
The truth is, the same people that you're looking at, the girl with the nice body, and you're
they
like,
worked hard
I just
for
had
that.
a baby. But they had a starting point too.
Exactly. Yes.
It's in your mind.
Yeah, it is.
And the conversations that you might have with them would be so enlightening. So
it's so true. Well, they all have very, very good stories.
Yeah, and it wasn't gifted to them. They work hard for it.
They work very hard.
When you work hard for it, you have an appreciation for it. And I think even when you persevere, you grow empathy.
Right.
I guess another example to align would be like, I don't know. I think I'm a trier. I'm definitely a try baby.
Okay.
And I feel like people who win in life eventually they were triers. So they actually bring you up. Is what I find. It's like successful people, they'll see you really digging deep and grinding every day. It's the same thing. Okay. So I think respect is something that's earned, but from day one, first year, just learning, they were there too. So that's a conversation that people have with themselves.
And or they need to have with themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
oh my God, she's looking at me, I don't look as good as her, I just delivered, or, oh man, I had too much cake over the weekend, he's probably noticing it. It's all in your mind.
Yeah. Or not.
Yeah. Come on. I mean, this this conviction that you can't really justify or like gauge, it's like we all have insecurities, right?
Of course.
That's what I mean. It's like a conversation with yourself. Is it actually true? I don't think so. I don't think anybody's, watching like that unless you're like logically, I mean, like on a stage or something, you guys are posing,
exactly.
you know what I mean?
I do agree with you, because when you go in there, no one's really taking you on. They're in their own little space, in their own world, doing their thing. Hi, how you doing, Dionne? Good to see you. Bam. They're going back to what they're doing.
Yeah, and in your mind, you're like, she knows I had that pasta last night.
Jeez, I'm fat. It's showing through my shirt. I get you. All right. Before we carry that any further, we're going to have some flex time. It's flex time. We got to talk about Mr. Flex, right? So the Flex Lewis is a 7-time Mr. Olympia. He's an iconic figure in the bodybuilding community, right? So how did you manage to bring him to World Gym celebrations, to the World Gym Day celebrations, I should say?
That's a good question, and that is the most asked question.
Yeah. How'd you get him?
How did you know him?
Yeah.
Flex is a friend of mine. I met him. I was traveling in the States at a convention, and I got a chance to speak to him and stuff. And he was just like really charismatic, and he's just a genuine person. And the connection was just made from there, and conversation led to the next, and the Cayman Islands does have quite of appeal,
right?
When it comes to our white sand and our clear waters,
just the beauty of the
you know what I mean.
Whole,
so yeah, and the weather and things like that. So here we are.
All right, and what do you think his presence will bring to this event?
I think it's going to be infectious. I think he's going to bring a lot of electricity to the event. Flex has he commands so much respect and attention, but he's such a people's person as well. I'm not sure, but I think he could probably be a keynote speaker. He's so articulate when you get to meet him. He has good people skills. So, and obviously his physique, is something that you can't deny.
You touched on it just a bit, but with such a high-profile athlete like Flex that's attending World Gym Day, what special activities or sessions can members and guests look forward to? And are there opportunities for meet and greets, seminars, or training sessions with him?
Yeah, exactly. So we do have a meet and greet. He will be putting on a seminar type meet and greet. You'll be taking pictures and videos. We have everything organized already. I don't want to confirm yet, but we do have an event that I'm interested in him having some commentary on as well, and just giving the guys a push for Cayman's fittest.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. When is our next bodybuilding event? Do you know?
I think it's this year. I think it's
November.
October.
November.
Yeah, October, November, yeah.
All right. We're going to take a short break, and when we get back, we'll talk a little bit more about Mr. Flex and what's going to be taking place at World Gym Day. All right, stay tuned.
Discover your dream home with Cayman National's home loan. Get up to 95% financing, repayment up to 40 years, and just a 0.5% commitment fee. Your interest rate? Depending on your risk factors, it'll be fixed or variable. Plus, you get a pre-approved credit card. This is a limited time offer. Dial 949-8300 or email lending@caymannational.com today.
Start your day in the know. Don't miss a beat. Radio Cayman's 7 a.m. news keeps you informed every Monday through Saturday at 7 a.m. Brought to you by Cayman National, proudly serving the Cayman Islands since 1974. Whether your group works in an office, a hotel, a hospital, or even on the beach, no matter where your group works or what it does, BAF has a health insurance plan for you. You can always count on BAF for affordable, flexible group and individual health insurance plans with professional, friendly customer service. Call them at 949-5089. BAF, your health is their priority.
Covering Little Cayman, Cayman Bright.
Over me.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
Alrighty, welcome back to Radio Cayman Sports Extra. And if you're just tuning in, you're late. we're chatting with Mr. Samuel Young, and he is the Executive Director for World Gym Cayman, right? So we're talking about the 7-time Mr. Olympia, Flex Lewis, who is coming to the Cayman Islands to take part in all the fun festivities that's going to be on World Gym Day, right? That's April 20th of this year. And Flex is known, I have my little notes on Flex. So Flex is known not just for his titles, but also for his dedication to fitness and wellness. How does his philosophy align with the mission and values of your gym, especially on a day meant to celebrate fitness worldwide?
So Flex, he has a strong sense of vulnerability.
Yeah.
I think that makes him so relatable. But if you see Flex, I mean, his calves are probably
they're huge.
Yeah, bigger than my arms for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But he is a walk-in billboard. He represents hard work, But also, I think there's a saying in India: the fruits that bear the most, the trees that bear the most fruits hang the lowest.
Right.
He is such a people's person, So he also, I don't want to say it right now. He's into, he has podcasts, and he's into this is my opinion. I feel like he's into mindset. You know what I mean? He seems to be a person that's into mindset.
Positive thinking kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Categorically,
Mm-hmm.
And that's an attribute that we can all attain.
Of course.
So I think you'd have a positive impact from that point of view, where you see the end result, but he's into the journey, and to get there you have to have the right mindset.
You do.
Discipline and motivation. I mean, motivation comes and it goes. Well, maybe you might be highly motivated the entire year, but you might have a difficult day, so you don't go, but that's where discipline kicks in. So I definitely feel like he's a product of that,
Awesome.
Very
It'd be great to
inspiring.
have him here.
Yeah.
It'd be
for
great
sure.
Was he the only one you thought of, or was there others in mind?
There are
some
really cool people out there, but Flex was definitely the first person.
You thought of.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
how long ago did you meet him?
I don't want to be pretentious. I think I met him 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's cool. It's nice to see. Has he been here before? Has he seen your gym?
He has not been here before,
Okay.
from what I've understood in the video that he did. So it's his first time. And
You're right,
also,
he did say that actually.
yeah, and I think our community, our fitness community, has said to him, okay, why don't you come to Cayman? So he's got a fan base here already. So he's that big,
And you said he has a huge following, yeah.
He has millions of followers on Instagram, and he's got lots of celebrities training at his gym. I think it's called the Dragon's Lair. And he's it's a well notarized gym there. He has a podcast with tons of people in the fitness industry of notoriety, and it's a lot of people I look up to. He actually has podcasts with. So, but the type of questions he asks, not limited to, but
Right.
definitely about the mindset of people who do great things. You know what I mean? So I just think that's an attribute that people can really tap into, even if it's like day 1 or day 10, or even if you've been doing it for 5 years.
Right.
So
Walk us through again what April 20th is going to look like. So it starts at 7 a.m. until what time?
It ends at 3 p.m.
3 p.m.
Mhm.
Okay. Tell us what to expect.
So we're going to have food available. We're going to have random prizes. We're going to have membership giveaways. We have Cayman's Fittest. We have Flex Lewis doing the...
Is our Mr. America going to be there?
Mr. America.
What's his name again?
Anybody...
Cayman's Mr. America.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody's invited.
Everybody's
Okay.
welcome,
All right,
literally,
all right.
full stop.
Right.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. I mean, I'm sure that he will draw a crowd, you
Yeah.
know, and of people who actually study the sport. They have more than they know where we are. They can come and check us out for sure.
Awesome. So, hosting a figure like Flex is sure to attract both, of course, longtime fans and bodybuilding fans, and those new to the sport, of course. How is your gym preparing, to welcome a potentially larger crowd?
So that's a good question. We have 12,500 square feet. We've gone through the timetable. We've utilized studios, put them on a schedule, as well as, other areas like our outdoor space. When we have Cayman's Fittest Challenge, at this point, it's going to be a bit outdoor-indoor.
Mhm.
So we'll be making the changes via the lead of Miss Carla Yusing and my staff, just to give her a little extra help with manpower to move things around.
Right.
So we're definitely catering towards all of the events that we have.
Okay, awesome. And what measures are in place to ensure that everyone has a memorable experience at this event?
Well, I think one, we have control features, so we'll be putting forward all of our rules and regulations for the events. I think something that's undeniable is definitely our huge draw being Flex, and once you see all the new equipment that we have Booty Boulevard, we have new treadmills, we got new ellipticals, we got a selfie room, we got new dumbbells, we got new benches. I got some new stuff at Customs right now that should be at the gym hopefully this week. So I think people will see how fresh and how up to date we are. And again, I just think it's just such a good culture. We get a lot of business from members referring their friends or their their wife or their husband. That's something that we see quite often, and it's much appreciated. But I also feel like it's it shows the type of fabric that we have. You know? Yeah.
This event with Flex is a significant event because of who he is. How do you hope his involvement would inspire your gym members in their own fitness journey?
Again, I think I would just lean into what I was saying earlier. Like Flex, I think seeing is believing. Right? When you see Flex Lewis, he is impressive.
Right.
Underline, full stop. He's worked hard, right? But when you see how down to earth he is and into the, to get to that level, you have to be a bit meticulous, right?
Of course.
When you see how...
Like yourself. Sound like someone that's very meticulous yourself.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel a little tired right now.
That's okay. You've had a long day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, for me, it's like, I guess an extreme example would be somebody who doesn't share information and, maybe is self-righteous and, just not personable. It's the reverse here. You have someone who's a teen who's been at the pinnacle 7 times. 7x? 7 times? I won the mud run 3 times.
Yeah.
Type of mindset you have to win the
to go
highest stage and go once, twice, and you count right to 7.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I feel like his ability to navigate through challenges, and his humility, I feel like that's inspiring in itself. You know what I mean? So you feel like it's achievable, or whatever it is that you're going for. It's just to be to reach that pinnacle and just be so down to earth.
Okay, so we're gonna use these last few minutes to have you encourage fitness gurus, the wellness people. Tell them to come to your event and why.
Can I plug myself in there for a second?
Of course you can.
So
your event.
So, not limited to World Gym, but my narrative is with my dad going to World Gym. It completely changed my life. I don't think I was making the best choices at the time, but when I started going to the gym, it just gave me the discipline that I needed. I became the most improved student. I won the Governor's Achievement Award. I became prom king. And yeah, the list goes on. So I use World Gym to help strengthen me up with, triathlons, whatever it is. But if I ever have not trained, my energy is different, so I encourage everybody to have a fitness regimen. Ironically, I'm not trying to sell you a World Gym membership per se. I mean, whatever you like to do. If you're a swimmer and you want to go to the beach, I just encourage people to be active. But you're gonna need some tools along the way, and we have a lot of those things for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Samuel, for coming. Hopefully I can hear from you after the 20th.
Okay.
And with Mr. Flex.
Sure.
You could bring him by anytime.
I'll see.
All right?
All right.
And no problem. That's it for tonight's edition of Sports Extra. Of course, you know Sports Extra is about giving you the latest information on sporting activities here in the country. We cover every sport possible, every sport we can get our hands on. Sports Extra, Radio Cayman, we are on it, all right? If you would like to be featured on our show, please feel free to email me at sportsextracayman@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening. You can also check out our Radio Cayman Sports Extra social media pages, also our YouTube channel. All right, so I'm Dionne Anglin. Good night and God bless.